Maybe we can open up training for psychologists. Like, kind of like boss battles, you know?
Oh, yeah!
Like, they have to get through each one of us to actually get their degree.
Is Vale the final form?
I feel like Vale has to be the final form.
I'm the final form for, like, a physical doctor. I think either of you two can be for the therapist.
Wait. Heather, Vale will be the first one for the therapist, but then, like, it'll be both of us, and the final form is the fourth one, and it's you and I in an oversized shirt pretending to be Siamese.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. That's great. I love that. Oh, shit. You thought you were done. Now it's both of us.
We just sit there and have the same thought at the same time half the time. And then intermittently we scream, "It's not about you, Jack!"
Oh, shit. Yeah, that'll really put them for a loop. They'll be like, "Who's Jack? We don't even have
Jack. We haven't talked about it, Jack."
Yeah, all the way through, none of us tell them we're in committed relationships.
Oh, shit. Don't laugh yourself in pain, Vale, please. Gosh.
Oh, this whole time I've been, like, holding onto my rib. Because when I laugh, it actually hurts.
You know, I was worried about that. I was like, can Vale do this without being in constant pain?
Well, it's constant, but it's not high. It's like a solid 3.
So, I have a question, because this happened when I had my surgery. You know, you always go, and every time you talk to somebody, they're like, okay, rate your pain on a scale of 1 to 10. Use the smiley face chart. And
I still have a smiley face chart on my phone. I took a picture of it because they had it in front of my bed.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I finally looked at somebody and I went, I'm not in pain, I'm just uncomfortable. It's different.
Yeah.
Like, pain ain't shit. Uncomfortable pisses me off.
So, like, when I used to go to the doctors and be like, oh, they would ask me about the pain stuff, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, I don't know if it's pain, but it's, like, very uncomfortable. And it's one of those things where you can't, like, ignore. It's more, It's comfortable enough to be, like, a bother in my daily life.
I'm not in pain, I'm just uncomfortable. And I'm sure somebody over there is like, 5.
Well, I think it's a matter of, like, where you're at, right? Physically, because I don't know about
physically,
y'all.
I'm in the doctor's office.
I'm hospitalized with an IV.
I don't know about y'all, but I have almost constant back pain. It's green screening.
Oh yeah, it is.
I have constant back pain that I just brush off.
Yeah, but that's what it is you live in constant pain, and therefore your pain scale totally changes. So what is a 4 for us is have other people crippled on the fucking ground crying.
Right.
So I go
Tuesday.
I go to my 2-week post-op, and I go in, and I'm like all chipper, excited to be out of the fucking house for the first time in 2 weeks. And the doctor comes in, and he's like, how you doing? And I'm like, great, this is a walk in the fucking park compared to the last surgery. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And he's like, most people are in here crying at this point. And I'm like, well, I'm not.
My mom gets mad and has to constantly remind me, remember, your comfortableness with pain is much higher than everyone else's because you are feeling it constantly every second of every day. But you have to tell them a high number because they don't know what that feeling is like. Because, like, yeah, I also have back problems. I have 3 surgeries on my spine.
Yeah.
I fell from a 2nd floor building.
Oh my
This
god.
spine is fucked.
I
Left
need that
fucked.
story.
My spine is left fucked. And it's constantly hurting. Always. Throughout my entire life, it will never stop hurting. I mean,
Oh my God.
it's supposed to, but I just don't care enough to get another operation.
Yeah, you just feel the pain
Like,
and
it's
a
fine. If
fucking
it's a good day, it's like, Like, every day it's at least like 3 or more, but then like it's only a bother if it's over 7.
Yes! Yes! This is literally like, because my surgeon has been my surgeon for 15 years, and I saw him Monday, and he leaned forward and looked me dead in the face and said, You've been in pain for a really long time, you know. You can go do things now.
It was so, like, bad that I didn't realize the scaling of pain because I'm so used to it. That, like, so I have this heart condition now. The reason for my heart condition, as explained by the doctor, is because I've had so much pain that is so large for such a large amount of time, it's weakened my heart. And I was like, oh!
Wait, so you're telling me if you sucked it up on heart surgery, you wouldn't have a fucking heart attack and walk down the road like a goddamn ghost?
Maybe.
Fail.
So I was
Heather,
like, oh,
plan an
shit.
intervention for our beachside retreat.
Like, I don't scale pain like normal people scale pain. So I'm like, oh, it's a 3. I'm good. I can do everything. Like, it's only bad when it's over 7.
It's like, have you heard the frog in the boiling pot analogy?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
exactly that, you know? It's like, oh yeah, throw them in when it's boiling, you give me sudden, vast amounts of pain, I'm pissed. You know, like, my nerve blocker wears off, I'm real fucking upset. A week later, when I'm used to this level of pain, I don't even care, I'll go down the stairs, it's fine.
Right.
That's me right now with my whole fucking liver. Like, the other day I was just like doing stuff normal and I went to lift something up and I'm not supposed to lift anything. And I'm like, I forgot since I was so used to this level that I was like, oh, this is just basic daily life. This is normal. Dying.
Yeah.
Fucking collapse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how it is. Like, you just have the pain every single day and you're just like, this is my life and it's normal. And you forget about it, but you don't forget about it. You just you
adapt.
You've learned how to adapt, and that's just how you live your life, and that's just it.
So when I fell and broke my spine, it took me a year to get surgery, only because I was now wheelchair bound. So I originally fell. Crushed my spine. And it, like, okay, the weird thing is, it didn't hurt until later. So you remember how I had kids and blah, blah, blah?
Yeah.
So I fell down a flight of stairs holding the baby.
Oh my gosh.
So after that had happened, I fell down holding the baby. And since I'm obviously not gonna let go of this child, fucking just holding that kid up like Simba.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 all the way down.
Oh my gosh.
Still was not fucked up. One day I'm lifting her up and do this turn, and suddenly my back went and I could not move.
No.
So then for the next few weeks I was like, ooh, my back hurts, my back hurts, my back hurts. A few months went on. I can no longer put my left leg down all the way because the bone has shifted. It is now pinching the nerve that runs down to the leg.
Oh gosh.
So then it started getting worse and worse and worse. Now I'm on crutches, and then we've moved from me being on crutches to me being in a wheelchair 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah.
To that, then going to a surgeon, and then being like, your back is fucking broken.
This is a problem.
But I've had a pain condition since I was 13. I was used to pain.
Yeah.
So this dude was like, your back is broken. And I'm like, oh, no wonder I'm crippled.
Vale, I think it's time for an intervention.
Normal progression. Yeah,
no interventions. I'm fine.
So your new normal is dangerous to you.
Yeah. I mean, when I dislocated my knee the one time, it did take me about 3 months to go see the surgeon.
Well, there's like, I know for me, like, no, that's a dislocated knee, not a broken spine,
I
Vale.
didn't know my back was broken. I thought I had a sprain.
It popped back in place, so.
I had a sprain for a year.
Granted, I think I actually went to the doctor like maybe 6 or 7 months in. It just took a long time to actually see a surgeon.
Yeah. No, I mean, the only reason half of us get used to this pain, like, I know for me, like, I'm used to my pain because I just can't go to a doctor these days. Like, I fucking can't afford it. I can't afford to go see a specialist. So it's like, I go to my, what the fuck is it called?
PCP?
Primary?
Yeah, primary care. I go there and I'm like, yeah, I'm experiencing like a little bit of pain, I guess.
I guess.
Can I take Advil? And they're like, yeah. And then I go take Advil, and that's just my life now.
I'm the person in the office everybody comes to when something hurts or doesn't feel good.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like,
so like when I broke my spine the first time, I didn't actually have insurance, and my dad like bought me insurance so that we could get the spinal surgery, and then he had like a private insurance, and then I got on the state insurance, and I was like, I can have a new spine.
But think, like, let's say somebody younger than you went through what you went through with this past surgery too, and it's like, why would I go to the doctor to get more fucked up by the doctor? Like, like, it pisses me off when people have that magical privilege, and then they look at people with issues, and they're like, well, why don't you just go take care of it? And it's like, well,
why don't you go take care of it? Why do I want to go into debt?
Yeah, why do I want to go into debt? Why do I want to go to an unreliable doctor that's the nearest one to me?
Why do I want to be more crippled than when I started?
Yeah.
It's like this. I have health insurance, but God, I still have a copay.
Mm-hmm.
I
have a deductible, and yeah. Like,
yeah.
It's just like...
But, like,
okay.
I saved one of my ex-friends, I think, $1,200, which then he paid anyway because he's a dumb piece of shit. But anyway, like, so I have a vast knowledge of medicine because I have been fucked up for a very large amount of time. But also, I studied radiology. But then after that, I studied medical assisting. And then after that, I studied something else that was medicine. So this dude tells me all of his symptoms, and I'm like, okay, you have this, this, and this. You need this, and take this, and do this. And I was like, oh, thanks. But I'm gonna go to a doctor next week. So, like, he starts doing the treatment that I gave him. He goes to the doctor. The doctor tells him the exact same shit I did, but he didn't know that his insurance didn't cover the appointment. I was like, get fucked, dude. I gave you free medical fucking advice, and it was 100% spot on. The doctor literally said word for word, this motherfucker took his phone and was like, you need to help me in my appointment. And I was like,
Vale, you can give me free medical advice anytime, because I'm poor.
I have had a sinus infection for the better part of almost 6 weeks.
Ugh.
And my husband is like, go to the doctor, get the medicine, make your head stop hurting, get rid of the mucus. And I'm like, no, I have a follow-up. I'll just wait.
Yeah, I'll just wait, yeah.
I've been saying this for 5 weeks.
Yep.
He's like, I have a follow-up coming, I'll just wait. He's like, just go to the doctor. It's like weeks away. No, I have a follow-up coming. I'll just wait. I don't want to pay a second copay.
Right.
When I know what's wrong with me.
Yeah. Like, I know what it is. I'll manage it, and then I'll get some actual medicine later.
You know what? Both y'all can shut the fuck up. Because I treat myself all the time, and that's the only reason I'm not dead. Because of I know my body and my limits, and I treat myself until a certain point, and look how I'm not dead yet. I've almost died quite a few times, but I knew better, because I knew me.
Okay, the problem is we haven't almost died multiple times.
But have I died? But have I died? Has my medical expertise been wrong?
I don't know. I haven't known all of your medical expertise. But bitch, you get close.
I walk the line, but I never pass it.
Oh my gosh.
She won't get her sinuses checked.
It's because I have chronic sinusitis. Thank you.
Yeah,
would you like me to pull the medical report out because I have a copy?
Chronic heart attacks don't count.
I have chronic sinusitis. I need a Z-Pack and antibiotics. I cannot just call my doctor and say I have chronic sinusitis. I need a Z-Pack and antibiotics. They're gonna be like, cool story, bro. You need to come in. So that you can pay a copay and then pay for your prescriptions. No.
And then might be, depending on who you're seeing, they might be wrong anyway, so.
I'm going in a few weeks anyway.
So
I will just wait and bitch then and get the prescriptions and only pay one copay.
Yep.
okay. So you see all that?
Yeah.
You see all those medications?
Vale plays a bigger game of Pillman Hollow than I do.
Yeah.
So when shit goes rough, also I have no idea what fell off the fucking stand. When shit goes rough, I'm like, okay, I need this medication. Okay, I need this medication. I know if I do this, I do that, and done. Cocktail. A live Vale.
Okay, but also, may I present this other point? May I present this other point of you don't do those things necessarily all the time because you were at the movies with your friends that one day.
It's because I wasn't home. I couldn't treat myself.
Street.
That's a time when you
I walked down the street. I did, and the reason why I did was because I actually ran out of my heart medication.
Vale.
I ran out, but that day I didn't have it.
Me running out of migraine medication is such a smaller scale than you running out of heart medication.
And so I didn't have heart medication, and I was like, okay, so we're gonna have to treat this more naturally. We have to treat this more naturally, and that's why I went outside, got air, invigorated my lungs, and my heart condition started, doing
You're
what
really trying to make this sound better than it is.
You even know it's bullshit. That's why you're laughing through it.
I know it is. I know.
Oh, she tries so hard, but in the end, it doesn't really matter.
I'm trying to convince you guys.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Bonnie talked to me too roughly, and it hurt my feelings.
We're both mom friends. We don't do that.
Again, do you ever want us to lie to you?
No, but treat me with compassion.
Vale, I am not that person.
Yeah, I'm too depressed for compassion these days.
Look, I only sugarcoat cookies.
Compassion takes energy, and I just don't have the spoons, man.
I care about you. I want you to be okay, and if that means I have to call you out on your bullshit, I will. Even if I'm doing the same bullshit, it's only wrong if you're doing it. If I'm doing it, it's fine.
Right? You're like, I don't do this, this, and this. Yep. And I was like, what, Vale? Like, hey.
I'm just saying your medical conditions are like a skosh more serious.
But I've had them for a really long time. I deal with it. I know how to deal with them, more or less. Sometimes less, sometimes more.
Walking down the street is less.
But did I die?
I feel like I'm negotiating with a terrorist.
I know. Vale, you're your own body's terrorist.
Tell it to stop being a mutant. If
She's got
regular all the time
going on in there.
It'd be fine.
That's it, guys. Osmosis Jones was filmed inside Vale.
Oh man, that's a great movie.
That was a good movie.
It was a TV show too.
That was my shit when I was a kid. I didn't know there was a TV show.
It's a TV show.
No way.
I'm sure of it.
There might.
Or I watched the movie a lot.
I watched the movie a lot. It was so good.
I think it was a TV show. I think you're 100% right.
Yeah, it's a TV show and a movie.
Oh shit. I gotta go watch that TV show.
Live Googling.
Live.
Okay, it was
Live.
called Ozzy and Drix as a TV show.
Ozzy and Drix.
Yeah. From 2002 to 2004, the further adventures of Osmosis Jones and Drix as they defend the body of the young boy.
The movie come out.
Like 2001 or something.
Huh. So it was that popular that they were like, let's make this a TV show.
I mean, to be fair, they make movies that aren't popular. A TV show, yes, Vale is correct. It was 2001.
How did you pull that out of your ass?
I have no idea.
Well, because the show came out in 2002.
Yeah, I was right on the movie.
That's a pretty quick turnaround.
But they do that all the time. Like, the Little Mermaid movie just came out, and they've already announced that there's going to be a Little Mermaid TV show. Basically, they have, like, Disney and in places like that, they have people that predict the market.
Oh,
and
yeah.
predict, like, what toys people are going to want and if people are going to want a show and all this other shit. And then they already have all that shit pre-produced and made and in stores by the time, like, the movie hits the market. And then...
Yeah, the psychology behind media is very interesting.
It is part of why I do what I do.
Yeah.
I'm really into psychology, but I feel like I couldn't, like... I can't unfuck somebody because I can't unfuck me.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let's use my powers of manipulation. Let's get into marketing.
Hey man, it makes sense.
I had professors try and tell me psychology had nothing to do with marketing.
That's so stupid. It's
I
all
was like,
fucking
bitch
psychology.
bet. It is.
What
It's
do
all
you think
psychology.
What do they think marketing is?
Yeah, they think it's business, and they think it's numbers, and it is. But I really think it's like a mix between analytics, psychology, and throwing noodles at the wall and seeing if they stick.
Yeah. %. I mean, most things that are consumed have to do with psychology.
Yeah, it's the way people think and behave. It's psychology and sociology. So all of my extracurricular classes were psych and soc.
Yeah, good for you for not listening to those dumbass professors.
They were men, so I knew they inherently had to be wrong.
Gotcha. There it is. Yep.
It's not about you, Jack.
Oh man, my cheeks hurt.
My rib
I
hurts.
miss you guys so much.
This is probably the most I've laughed in weeks.
You guys are mental health goodness.
Yeah, we talk about so much hashtag relatable content that no, it's good. It's really good to have people that you could just be like, this is some fucked up shit, and have them be like, yeah, me too, man. And
Me too now.
you know,
I exactly know how you feel. This shit's fucking wild.
yeah, it's cathartic to know that you're.
And you don't have that thing in the back of your head where you're like, if I tell them it's fucked up for me too, are they gonna think I'm making it about me?
No, I mean,
Do they think I'm trying to outdo them? I'm trying to get attention.
Yeah.
I used to have that problem where I would have that thought, but then when I started looking into autism and ADHD and all those things that I suspect about myself, I found that it's actually a pretty common way for autistic people to communicate is by relating a lot.
I understand because I too have had this experience.
Yeah, so I'm relating with you, but like neurotypicals will take it as if you're like trying to one up them, and it's like, no, I'm just trying to have a fucking conversation.
I'm trying to validate your feelings.
Why are we the same way?
As I've said before, Vale, it's called trauma bonding.
Yeah.
God, I need to see some differences.
Nope, we're all the same person. Just we're various levels of broken in different ways, that's all.
Various levels of melatonin.
Melanin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's melanin. I don't know.
Melatonin. I mean,
Did I tell you
It's like
guys about my
melatonin too, because I
trippy-
can't sleep for shit.
Did I tell you about my trippy ass melatonin dreams?
Dude, I had some trippy ass dreams last month too. Go ahead, go off.
So, alright, so I have recently, like in the last month or so, like been having an issue sleeping again, where like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and not be able to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And so I opt for anything that helps me sleep through the night.
Yeah.
And so, Manmeat had gotten melatonin gummies. And I was like, well, fuck it, give me one of those. Let me see if that works as well as Tylenol PM, which is what I normally take.
Right.
And so I took one and I felt it work. I felt myself like lull off and float into sleep, and it was glorious.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, what the fuck is in my psyche? Because I am concerned. First off, and this is going to be disjointed because I can't quite remember the entire order, but the world was ending. And it ends with water, in case anybody wants to know.
I'm a solid swimmer, so.
I can't swim. I'm gonna die.
Somehow, Vale and I ended up on a bus looking for Heather.
I was drowned. I was gone.
And as we're speeding around looking for Heather on this bus, Vale's like, if we're gonna die, I gotta get the last episode of the podcast out.
Sounds like me.
So she's trying to publish so people can listen before we all die.
Fantastic. Dedicated to the end.
So along with this, somewhere, it is also like this very strange RPG D&D thing going on, where we have to. The NPCs were great, by the way. Where we had to like try and stop the water from like encroaching on the landmass so we could survive, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're like running through all this shit. God, guys, we looked good.
Did I look good? I was gone. I don't know. I wasn't looking good. I was a corpse.
This was in the beginning, so we were looking for you later.
Oh, okay. All right.
So so we're running through all this shit, trying to do all these things, like communicating to save the world from water. And finally, like water starts coming in, and we are so close to hitting like whatever we have to hit to stop this. And someone looks at us because we're running for it, and they're like, "It's too late," and you know it's too late, and we just slam on it anyway. And the water's still coming in, and everybody's kind of just migrating to higher ground. But here's the really fucked up thing. I'm going to write down a timestamp because you may either want to trigger warning this or take it out.
Uh-oh.
People were trying to figure out how to humanely kill their babies and children so they didn't drown.
That was in your dream? Girl.
So apparently one of the solutions... It's not funny, okay? This is, like, genuinely, this was, like, really disturbing, but also I woke up and I'm like, I kind of want to see how this ends.
Oh,
I kind of want to see more.
Right. It was a great movie. So apparently one of the solutions was everybody decided that they were going to put all the children and babies in, like, the highest building. So suddenly we were in Seattle.
Okay.
And they were all at the top of the Space Needle, and they were putting all the children up there, and people were saying goodbye to their kids and going back down. And the whole theory was that, like, if anybody survived, they'd be able to take care of all the children and babies they left at the top of the Space Needle. But if the whole world drowned and the Space Needle went under, at least they wouldn't be alive to see their children die.
Seems a little selfish.
Like, at least
Like-
I didn't have to see it happen.
Yeah.
like nobody wanted to straight up off their kids. But then, okay, so conscious me is thinking, okay, but what if the Space Needle didn't go under? They were still in there and alive, but everybody else was dead, so then you just left them to starve each other. Would we have like a Lord of the Flies cannibal children situation?
Why, can I ask, did your dream provide a reason why nobody built a boat?
I could give you a reason and I'd call it Merc.
Sounds about
But,
white.
like, what? Yeah. What about the rest
Sounds
of the
about white.
world?
I don't know. I was here.
What about a submarine?
Clearly we've seen submarines don't work.
I mean, who told them to use a Logitech controller?
Yeah, I wasn't talking about that submarine.
Use the real ones.
We have better submarines.
I only want the yellow kind. Yeah, no, I don't know. It was kind of just like an apocalyptic video game style thing, but it was like all of us. So it was somehow like, it was very strange, and I was very concerned through all the things, because there's other disjointed stuff, but those were the highlights.
I think that means you're playing too many TTRPGs.
That's possible.
Not a thing, Heather. Not a thing.
Given the way the dream went, I think it's just maybe just a little bit.
No. Couldn't be.
I mean, I take melatonin almost every night. I switch it out because if I take melatonin for too long in a row, my body gets used to it, so it's less effective. So I started taking these like nighttime CBD gummies. And they work pretty well, so I switch between just so my body doesn't get too used to one. But yeah, even with the CBD gummies, like I'll just have some drug-induced dreams, and I can't remember any of them off the top of my head, but I've definitely had a couple where I've been like, should I be talking to a therapist? I don't know.
No, that's like, it's funny because when I woke up, like I wasn't, you know how you have like very anxiety driven dreams and you wake up and you're kind of panicked?
Yeah.
I was cool as a motherfucking kid. I was so chill about what I had just been through, what we were all going through. But I was really like, do I need to see somebody?
Like, does it say
Should
something?
I?
Does this say
No.
something about me?
No. It only comes out with the melatonin. You just won't take melatonin, it'll be fine.
Usually I'm like, these only happen every once in a while. If they start happening more frequently, then I'll go see somebody. Like,
If they start coming out during the day, we might have a problem.
If I start daydreaming about how we're gonna handle the kids' situation, if an apocalyptic situation occurs, maybe I should be concerned. But yeah, no, I critiqued our handling of some things. But
and it's rough because I know a lot, like everybody dreams differently, or certain people dream differently, or whatever. I always dream with storylines. Like, there's always some sort of plot line happening through my dream.
Hey, don't you hate when you wake up and you don't get to finish?
Yes! Oh my god. So I don't dream a lot. I'm not a big dreamer. And usually it's like Heather says, it's like story driven.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when I wake up, I'm like, bitch, go the fuck back to sleep. I need to know how this ends.
Yes!
This was a really good part when you woke up. You're leaving me hanging.
Occasionally, yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel that way a lot when I have those dreams, but occasionally I will be able to go back to sleep and continue the dream. Only once. Like if I wake up a second time, I have never been able to go back into a dream a second time. But I have had it happen, like, very rarely, where I fall back asleep and the dream continues.
Yeah. It's gotta be, like, just long enough to roll over and then you're gone again.
Yeah. But no matter, like, I'm convinced that no matter how many times you might be able to do that, you're never gonna reach a satisfying point to wake up.
I agree with that though. Like, I feel like you're never actually gonna find the end of the dream.
Nope. It doesn't end. It's really disappointing. I want to know how it ends. I want to know all the things. It's great. It's my own personal movie.
I keep hearing some weird ass fucking noise.
Oh god.
Like, I've done it throughout the whole fucking the recording. I just every once in a while I'll hear something like, where the fuck is that coming from? I'm not haunted. Again.
I was like, nah, the ghost.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking it, but I wasn't gonna say it again.
The actual headphone is doing something. I'm not haunted again. I refuse.
Did you take too many medications?
I've actually didn't take anything today, so.
Oh, well, that might be the problem.
Yeah.
My blood is clean.
Clearly,
Like,
it's
you
not
saw
if
the
you keep almost
pharmacy
dying.
But like, so before I was on sleep medication, I was taking fucking, what is it, Benadryl and Tylenol PM as the only thing that could put me to sleep, and that shit made me have some wild dreams. Like, they were traumatic because they weren't even fun.
Aw.
Like,
those are the
they were
worst
terrifying,
dreams.
where I'd wake up and I'd be sweating and my hands would be clenched and I'd just be like completely terrified. I'm like, not worth sleeping.
You know, I like to think I'm not a superstitious person, but every time that I start to have nightmares.
Nightmares. Wait a minute. Send them my way.
Oh, what?
Nightmares. Consistently, I get a new dream catcher, and they go away for a long time. So I don't know about that.
I myself have recently become extra superstitious over the years. And when I had one of the worst absolute like nightmares, and it had to do with my brother, something happened with my brother, and I was like, fucking knew it. I knew something was gonna happen. I knew something was wrong.
You ever wake up with like this huge pit of dread in your stomach? And you just start texting people, all right, what happened?
Like, all right,
No.
time to check in on everyone one by one.
Yes!
I've only had that happen once, and that was when I had a nightmare that... Well, it wasn't a nightmare, it was a dream about my life post my best friend's death. She is alive. I just had a dream where in my dream world she was dead, and I woke up and I was like, hello! Are you still my friend? Are you still alive? Is everything okay?
I have to screenshot and cut down what my best friend said when I told her that my dad died and send it to you guys.
I hope it's exactly what I imagine I would say to my best friend.
Dude, I just could not live life without my bestie. She is...
Yeah, my best friend's my rock. I don't talk to her every day, but when we talk, man.
Right? I also don't talk to my best friend every day.
I don't either. She lives like far away, so we like talk like once a week, once every couple weeks.
Yeah.
Away? For like 10 years, I was living in Puerto Rico and Laura was in New Jersey. Now I live in Florida and Laura's over there. We ain't never been close together.
She moved. She's across the country, so I don't ever get to see her. Yup. Yo, that's exactly me.
Well, if you want to include it, you can just crop out the bubble with her picture.
That's fantastic. That's fucking great.
Yo.
I especially love the how are we feeling about this?
Oh yes, no. This is our entire relationship. I'm going to give you the knee-jerk reaction of exactly how I feel, and then I'm going to get into how I should have reacted.
I have gotten very good
that.
I have gotten very good at suppressing that first reaction.
I've gotten in trouble a few times for having my first reaction.
Yes.
So now I'll be like, I'll have the like normal neutral reaction and be like, oh, let's see how you responded to this. Okay, so this is what I was gonna say.
Yes, that's how I do it. Yes.
I do that with other people.
Ayo.
Not with her.
Ayo!
I like to imagine, so she's a nurse in a hospital, and I really like to imagine she was at work and read that and just did it out loud.
Ayo!
Ayo!
Oh shit, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was. I showed it to my mom. She thought it was pretty funny too. I'm going to hell, so I'll see you guys there.
I'll see you there.
Yeah,
it'll be a great time.
I'm going to heaven. I've been through too much. I've earned it.
You have earned it.
All right, say hi to my grandma and Betty White for me. Heather, I'll save you a seat.
Yeah, I'll see you there. Don't worry.
The fact that you said Betty White, for whatever reason, something possessed me to start watching The Golden Girls for the first time in my entire life recently.
Oh, I did that, like, when Betty White died, I did that, yeah.
Like, I don't know what's possessed me. I have never seen it ever in my life. And I've spent the last 2-3 weeks just binging it.
Is it good?
It is funny, and I feel like
It is funny.
I feel like I know who I am of them.
Yeah. No, it's a great show.
Who I am. Which is funny because one time my mom called me Dorothy because of fucking the Golden Girls, and I had no idea what she was talking about. And now as I'm old, I'm like, I know what she's talking about.
So I guess the real question is, are you Dorothy?
Yes. Fucking yes.
At least she was accurate.
She's sarcastic as shit all the fucking time.
I guess, does that mean we're all Dorothy?
And then she tries to fucking herd the cats, you know.
No, Vale, I don't herd. I am chaos.
I heard you, cat.
Yeah.
I will herd cats if there is not another herder. But if there is another herder, I will gladly be one of the cats.
I will look at the cats and go, no, and walk away.
I'm like, this way.
Well,
and they're over there fucking fighting each other. Like, hey, separate.
I've really been thinking about this a lot lately because, like, I was the cat herder. I was the mom friend for like 10 years at a very young age. While I was teaching these kids and while I was going to college and everything, like, I was the responsible one. And now that I don't have to be responsible, I 100% will not be if I don't have to be. I have
chaos, Heather.
Oh, yes, I 100%. I just sit back and watch it, and I'm like, all right, you handle it.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like in my teenage years, I had no idea what I was doing. As soon as I hit that 18 mark, I'm like, okay, I'm the mom. Done. We all know who I am. I mother every single one of you.
Yeah, I'm too fucking tired anymore.
I'm tired all the time. I'm that, like, meme of the perpetual, like, fucking tired mom, bags under her eyes, holding some random shit that's not even a child. Fucking.
Alrighty. We should let Avani have a couple minutes before she has to leave.
Yeah.
Great content, though, guys.
That, and it's been almost 3 hours, and now I gotta cut, like, 3 hours of fucking shit to post it tomorrow.
No. You just have to cut half of it.
I'm gonna have to cut this in thirds. 2 hours and 40 minutes?
It's a lot of content.
It's fine. It's fine.
Listen, we have some catching up to do.
I know, I missed you guys so much.
I did miss you guys. This was fun. I forgot how fun this was.
This was fun. Our being the same person is kind of weird, but, like, satisfying.
Yeah, it very much is.
It's that thing of, thank God it's not just me.
Yes. I'm not alone screaming into the void.
Yeah.
I'm not alone. We're all just holding hands, looking into the void, laughing.
Yeah.
Maniacally,
I feel like
because we don't have anything else to do.
Yep. That's it for this one. Be sure to join us for our next episode and check out our other content on Twitch and YouTube. We've got Late Night Dungeon Fight, J&H Nerdcast, and ND Vale. We also have another podcast, Out of the Spirit Box, where we talk about a bunch of spooky shit. Hope to see you there, and thanks for your support. Bye!
Bye.